Fish while the fish are biting. When you're advertising, advertise when the customer is ready to buy. It makes no sense in your slowest month to do advertising to make a little bit more business in a slow month. What's better, a 10% increase in your busiest month or a 10% increase in your slowest month? And so clearly it's the busiest month. And so advertise, when the customer is ready to buy. And so do it for Earth Day, Save the Planet month, and so I'm going to be talking about energy efficient appliances during that time. Christmas, holidays, Father's Day, Mother's Day. I should be speaking to the customer in terms of gift giving and buying from me for those particular times. And by the way, most of the guys in the room won't know this, but most of the women will. Cosmetic companies never discount. They never discount. What do? They do gift with purchase and purchase with purchase. So rather than promoting $50 off or $100 off or whatever, they use gift with purchase, purchase with purchase. And we saw, for example, as we looked at a number of stores here, a lot of you are doing it already. What's the technology where and I had never seen it, the gas top, I'm sorry, not the gas top, the electric top, where you put the pot on and induction, thank you, induction. In an awful lot of stores we saw, they were giving the pots away with the better induction countertops, or cooktops. I thought that was absolutely brilliant. So whenever you can do gift with purchase or purchase with purchase, and maybe, and what I didn't see was, okay, here's a set of pots, they're free, pay us $200 and you get this better set. And so if I'm able to upgrade that customer to a better set, I'm in a very good position. Look at your competition. Again, look for opportunities missed by your competition. You should keep a book on your competitors. And so you know what ads they ran last year, what price points, when they ran them. And so next year, you can preempt them. If you know they ran their Father's Day sale or they started their Mother's Day sale 2 weeks before Mother's Day, you start 2 weeks and 3 days before. So you get out ahead of them. Watch every promotion. Clearly, money is of the essence. Make sure that you run ads that create a compelling reason for the customer to come in. We can't run ads anymore that are just about image. I mean, I'd love to have that kind of money. I've got to make every ad I run, when I'm running an ad, pull in traffic. And so I've got to make sure that I'm giving a compelling offer. Use multiple sales. Buy 3, get the 4th free. Buy 2, get the 3rd at half price. Use schemes where if I get my average transaction up, I'm prepared to give you a little bit more of a bargain. When you buy 2 or 3 or 4 from me, it's absolutely better place. By the way, you can go to most local newspapers and you can give them an ad mat and say to them, look, place it whenever you have an empty place in the paper. Any day you don't have an ad to run for that 1/4 page or 1/8 page or whatever, place my ad and I'll pay you 25% of normal charge. In other words, 75% discount. A lot of newspapers will do that, believe it or not. And so it's a great, great idea. Get involved in your community. One of the strengths we have as independents is we know everybody and everybody knows us and we are local. You have to capitalize on that. Sponsor local rugby teams. Sponsor kids' athletics. Getting your name on the back of a bunch of kids playing soccer, playing rugby is absolutely invaluable. Parents really love that. And so sponsor those teams. And by the way, if you get a lot of requests for money from charities, which I'm sure you do, offer to give to charity products at cost. And so you're not losing money for every request that you get. Use bounce back coupons. Whenever a customer comes in the store, give them a reason to come back or a reason to upgrade. Here's a great coupon. There's up to $200 in your old appliances. So come in with this coupon. It's a great deal, by the way. You can trade in your washing machine, your dryer, your refrigerator, your stove, or whatever, and we will trade you up to a more energy efficient appliance and give you $200 trade-in, or $300 or $400 or whatever. So rather than percentage off or whatever, use that. Form strategic alliances with non-competitive businesses. Find businesses in town that will give coupons for your store, and then you could possibly give coupons for them. And by the way, from this day forward, you will raise your right hand and you will swear to me you will never use percentages again. Don't ever give a 10% discount, 20% discount, 30% discount, ever. Don't ever have a weekend sale where 40% off all fridges or 30% off all fridges. Never do percentages, period, and also never promote by category. When I see retailers doing 20% off all air conditioning this weekend, I say, what are you, stupid? When you do it on a category, the customer comes in and cherry picks you and picks all your best items and leaves you with all the dogs that you really wanted to get rid of. Plus, when you do percentages, customers can't do the math. Do you ever see them standing in front of a 50% offer? 50% off, and they're saying, how much is that, Marge? I don't know. If you give them 35%, they're totally bamboozled. They can't understand what 35% off is. Take a page from our cousins in consumer packaged goods. When was the last time you saw 10% off Coca-Cola? 15% off anything in the grocery store. The grocery business knows that percentages are deadly. They've never done them. They do coupons. We've got to follow that. We should never, ever do percentages off. And don't forget, by the way, the yellow pages. Many customers still use the yellow pages. Even in this day of the internet, a lot of customers let their fingers do the walking. And so look at your competitors. Where are they at in the yellow pages? Are they under washing machines? Are they under appliances? Are they under, what does a customer look for first? So where are you listed in the yellow pages? Are you in the right category? Should you be in multiple categories? So if you're carrying air conditioning, if you're carrying cooking, if you're carrying appliances, if you're carrying TVs, you probably need to be in 4 or 5 or 6 different categories in the yellow pages, because the customer isn't going to just look under appliance stores. And by the way, this is cool. When people in your town go out of business, you can buy their phone number. You can get the phone number for a store that's gone out of business directed to your store, call forwarded to your store. And generally, the phone company will charge you a flat rate to do that for 3 to 6 months. And that is really way cool. So any customer calling, unfortunately, you can't do it until they go out of business, okay? If you're thinking about, well, maybe, I'm going to do this guy down the street, and he's not out of business yet. Recognize frequent buyers. You've got to have today some kind of reward program. And reward, however, profitable loyalty. Profitable. I don't like loyalty schemes that just reward on sales. Because again, you may be one of those customers who only shops me on sale. And I don't make any money selling to you. So why do I want to reward that kind of behavior? I want to reward good behavior. And I'll tell you what we do at the motor company, Harley-Davidson. All of our dealers are independent retailers, and I work with an awful lot of them. And every time I go into a dealership, and by the way, it begins with your capture rate. What percentage of transactions are you capturing a name and an address with? And I would suspect that for you guys, it's pretty darn high. That 85 or 90% of your transactions, you're capturing name and address. Now, when was the last time you ran a report that said, give me the gross profit dollars of every customer who's purchased in the store for the last year? Or 2 years, and rank them by gross profit dollar contribution. I tell you, when we do this at the motor company, when I do it with an independent Harley-Davidson dealer, we always find less than 100 people who are responsible for more than 50% of the gross profit dollars of the dealership. And I would imagine you would find the same. That there's probably 100 people who are responsible for 50% of the food on your table, the roof over your head. And the question becomes, what have you done for them lately? How have you said thank you to that customer, concretely? Have you sent them some flowers? Have you sent them a gift basket?